just side note, I'm IPA level 5, in case you were wondering. So back to web stuff. Of course, we all know where the web came from. Tim Biel, the inventor, of course, HTTP, URL, HTML. Amazing guy. He really didn't even maybe recognize the impact that he was going to have, I guess, with in the early days of the internet. Bob Metcalfe, who was the co-inventor of Ethernet, said about essentially based on Tim's work, Mark Andreessen essentially developed the NCSA Mosaic browser. And so this was what Bob Metcalfe said about it, or he said about Andreessen and Bina, who developed Mosaic, that several million people suddenly noticed that the web might be better than sex. So I thought it was interesting to say might, but anyhow. It was interesting, though, of course, going from there, those basics of the Mosaic browser. I think for me, a real seminal time in web technology and device APIs was actually the XML HTTP request. And that really transformed a lot of things back in Internet Explorer 5.5. Ironically, they were trailblazing back then, and we still have to deal with it today. And of course, this was, if you look in the small print there, it was based on the NCSA Mosaic code. So I don't think either Tim nor Bob could have actually predicted the impact that the internet would have on the number of pictures of cats. And that's really the value of the internet, of course, as we know. There's a fascinating talk by Matt LeMay from Bitly. And people like us, he's saying, we like to think that articles on TechCrunch or stats about the Kindle Fire or the BlackBerry Playbook and links about those things. Those are the important things that people click on in Bitly. But in reality, you'll get a dozen, 2 dozen clicks on that. What people actually click on are pictures of cats. So that's the foundation of the internet now is built on cats. So back in, of course, IE 5.5, that was a great time. XML HTTP requests really revolutionized, I think, internet web applications in general. And we're still evolving, though. So hopefully we're going to get beyond cats at some point here. But let's take a look at where we are today and where we're going, sort of. So our quest for today is I'm going to just do a quick overview of HTML5, sort of current status. I think there's a few other people here, of course, that are going to be talking about HTML5, maybe, do you think? So I'm not going to talk about that too much, but then I'm going to focus more on the device APIs, what's out there today, and then look a bit ahead in terms of what are the challenges for device APIs going forward, of which there are many. So HTML5. This is, by the way, the Canadian HTML5 logo, in case you didn't know. So, and if you look really closely, you'll notice that the beaver is, for some reason, quite surly. So, I mean, look at him. He looks upset. I don't know what his problem is. Maybe the bear upset him. I don't know. So I think we have a lot to thank the WhatWG for, actually. So back in 2004, when they were created, they essentially said, what the hell, W3C? Why are you going so damn slow? Let's actually push forward and make something that people can use today. And so that really was the impetus behind HTML5 and what it's become. There was obviously a whole bunch of malarkey around XHTML, and I'm sure glad that ended. We don't have to put quotes in our attribute names anymore. Amazing. Now we have some standardized parsing for documents. So HTML5 has done wonders for that in general. Some of the new elements, of course, that we get access to, we have structural or semantic elements, like section, article, header, footer, and so on. Those are obviously fantastic features. We have some text-level elements. Code is a great one, of course, using it extensively here in my web-based presentation. Form elements, lots of good stuff going on there. And, of course, rich content as well in the form of video and audio is, of course, very important. And Canvas. Canvas is awesome. Obviously, if you want to know more about these, you should go check out MDN. It's a fantastic resource. And thank you, Mozilla, for making that and the nice lanyards. So one good example here is what's going on with input types. So we have a lot of new and interesting ways to accept input into applications. So this is particularly relevant on mobile devices where you have a soft keyboard in particular. So if you use these sort of input types, you're going to get a specific keyboard on mobile devices, which is very useful. And certainly the latest Android and iOS devices support that quite well.